looks like I've got a bonnet on my head, but anyway.
Okay, cool. So I'm going. All right, I'm recording.
Oh man. Okay. See, you know what? I almost went into a stupid podcast character, so I'm just gonna be normal. Just be normal.
Yeah, just be yourself.
You don't have to be anybody else.
Just pretend it's not recording.
Yeah.
Me and you are going to be ourselves, and Paul's in his character. He's already in his costume, ready to go.
His name's Gino.
Yeah. Bro, what is it so Italian about this?
Well, you're joking, right?
What? Because it's a white shirt, or because of the chain?
It's unbuttoned at the top.
That's how the model's wearing it on Madewell.com.
Yeah, and then you have the chain.
And then, but the problem is the bottom. I mean, what are you supposed to do with the bottom? Like, you have to tuck it in.
No, you don't tuck it.
But it looks like you're supposed to tuck it.
No, it doesn't. It looks good.
Then it looks too big.
No, you're supposed to wear like a white undershirt and then have it unbuttoned.
This is the other shirt that I was gonna wear. Do you like this one?
Oh God!
Oh,
thank God you went with a white one.
I actually like that. I actually like that.
If we do this one.
Yeah.
This is legit, like from the 60s, from a vintage store. People compliment me on this when they are into fashion and when they know what they're looking at.
When they're into fashion and they know what they're looking at. That's funny.
Paul, if you were to go on to Bill Maher, what would you wear? That white shirt or the colored one?
Oh God! 2 minutes in, and we're already talking about Bill Maher.
Yeah, well,
I would never go on that shitty show.
Yeah, you don't like Bill Maher, huh? Okay.
Okay, listen. Do you know that I called him yesterday, and he said
he was mad. He goes, do we have a problem?
He was just fucking with me.
What?
I called him and said, all this shit you're talking about Bill Maher, are you just fucking with me? And in the text he said, no, I'm not fucking with you. I would never do that. What kind of friend would just try to rile up another friend just for fun?
What you do. Because that's what you do.
Okay, so I called him, and that's exactly what he was doing.
No. I didn't say I was just fucking with you. I still believe everything I said.
Okay, but you were texting all the hate to Bill Maher just to try to piss me off, as if I'm Bill Maher's cousin or his manager or his agent or something. I'm supposed to take offense to that.
Bill Maher's. Okay, so here's the deal. Paul and I, we're not big fans of Bill Maher. You love Bill Maher. You like
never said that. You never said that.
You mirror Bill Maher.
Never said that.
You're obsessed with
your opinions will shift depending if Bill Maher's opinions have shifted.
Not true. Not accurate at all. What is up with your hair, Kyle? Can you put it back?
No, it actually looks cooler on camera like this. I think it was starting to look like a bonnet. Okay,
what
continue.
makes you think that I love Bill Maher?
Because I was wondering, I was like, it's really interesting watching your opinions and things shift. I was like, oh, like, it's interesting. Give
me an example.
Okay. The second Bill Maher started kind of attacking the woke left, you're like, yeah, they are kind of, they are kind of out of control, aren't they? I was like, where is Anthony getting this? Because you used to be extremely.
Go ahead.
Woke.
You can't even say that without laughing. Yeah, you can't even say that without laughing.
What I'm saying is that your opinions shift with Bill Maher, and it's okay. We have
They don't.
Really.
They don't. Yeah.
Bill Maher, I lost respect for Bill Maher after he went on Joe Rogan and had a hissy fit about Kyle Dunnigan making fun of him or doing an impression of him.
I didn't see that. But his impression is really funny.
Yeah. Kyle Dunnigan is...
But Bill Maher is the epitome of like having these, what are they called? But sound bites and people clapping and talking over each other.
What do you mean Bill Maher is? You need to separate Bill Maher and his HBO show.
This is why.
Do you mean real time? Real time?
This is why we know that you love him, because you get so defensive.
No, I'm not defensive. There's nothing to. No,
you're so. No. His show. Yeah, his show is like so like let's talk over each other and argue about Islam for 4 seconds, and we can't even get our points across.
Yeah,
and people are clapping every 10 seconds. People are clapping, and the Elon Musk interview, after every sentence, everyone's clapping. He can't even say anything.
Yeah, so, I totally agree with the format.
He goes on Rogan and he sees that they're like in a dark room with like oak tables and they're like smoking cigars and they're drinking whiskey and they got neon signs. It's like to a T. And then all of a sudden, Bill Maher has a podcast and doing the same exact thing. It's contradictory to what his whole show was for the last 20 years.
Bill Maher.
So you're mad. So you're mad. You're mad that he improved the format of his show.
And he's pandering to like the New Times. But
he's pandering to the New Times. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's pandering. Not improving or getting better. He's pandering. He's pandering to the New Times. What a statement.
It's like he's not allowed to do that, though. It's like when you smoke a cigarette when you're in senior year of high school, and there's like those girls that are like, ew, that's gross. And then you're a freshman at college, and those same girls are smoking a cigarette. It's like, fuck you. You were the ones that were making fun of us. They were looking down on us for doing that. You're not allowed to smoke a cigarette now. It's the same way that Bill Maher is not allowed to smoke. I mean, he's not allowed to have this long form, whiskey drinking, cigar smoking podcast.
Wow. That's funny.
It's so funny. Like the reasons that Paul doesn't like Bill Maher are totally different from the reasons that I don't like Bill Maher.
Totally different. Totally different.
Kyle, I know you can agree with me a little bit. Like I thought we were on the same team. You don't even agree with me.
No, I agree with you. I mean, I agree with you to a certain extent. I mean, I feel like my reasons are just different. They're
completely different. They're like you guys are just hating on Bill Maher for opposite reasons.
No, Bill Maher is the smart guy for midwits. That's what that is. That's like, he does the show.
What do you mean,
the smart guy?
What do you mean smart guy?
What do you mean?
What do you mean smart? Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Bill Maher is a smart person that says things that he thinks are edgy in his head, or he always likes to go against the grain just a little bit, to make, I'm like the outsider of this comedy world. But at the end of the day, he just says the same shit that everybody else says. We all know it's true.
No, so...
We all know it's true.
Like not against the grain enough for you, and he's like still being able to play both sides and still be.
So listen to
edgy.
this. Okay, I'll give you an example.
He's a fraud. He's a fake. He's a cuck.
He's a cuck. Bill Maher's a cuck. I said it here first. Nobody fucking knows us. No, we don't do anything like interesting, and yet we have an opinion on Bill Maher who's really, really successful. So I'm well aware. At least I'm aware of that fact, that I know exactly where I stand. I'm just a fucking guy on the internet saying that Bill Maher's a cuck. It doesn't mean anything, but
he seems kind of pompous, doesn't he?
That's why I say he's the smart guy for the midwits.
Way he talks.
Yeah. So anyway, Anthony, I wanted to give you a chance why you like him so much.
Yeah, why do you love him so much?
I don't love him, but I really like the show. I think the show is entertaining.
His new show?
It hits on what new show? You mean the podcast?
Yeah.
Podcast. The podcast. I've listened to a few people on there. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's like he's having a conversation with someone for an hour, like in a bar. So some of the people are interesting, some of the people are not.
I wonder how many views he gets on those podcasts.
He gets a lot.
But okay, so the reason why I like this show is it's funny and it hits on current political topics like weekly, but it gives them to you in a funny way, and it's easy to watch for someone like me who has a hard time focusing or like reading about current topics. He gives you like the most current or relative topics that have happened in the last week in a political funny way, and it's entertaining.
Yeah, I used to like him.
That's it. Yeah, sometimes he's arrogant, or he comes off as arrogant. I don't agree with everything he says. And only in the last like year, or actually since COVID, since the lockdowns, has he changed and gone, or not changed actually, but he stayed in what he considers to be the, a central liberal, and the times have changed. Like liberals have, woke people have gone further left.
Well, when everyone goes so far left, and then everyone's going to be a far right extremist, they're going to call Bill Maher a far right extremist because he's like, oh, you should be allowed to say shit that you want to say. I don't. Okay.
People on the right did not attack him.
Yeah.
Or people on the left did not attack him before COVID. Only since COVID and lockdowns happened did the left start attacking him because he didn't agree with everything that was happening during
COVID
the lockdowns.
People's brains, dude. I went to Starbucks this morning. I saw a person walking to Starbucks. He walks there every day. He's got a mask on outside. Still. Oh, dude, what's wrong with these people?
I don't know. This is like a weird topic. I don't know if we should even talk about.
Maybe we shouldn't. But I mean, sorry. You're still wearing a mask, and it's like fucking outside. So you're kind of fucking stupid. Yeah. Get it together, buddy.
The one that's really funny is when I see people in a car alone with the mask on.
Dude, driving. I'm telling you, bro.
It's like
our brains. I was telling Paul, you can't lead. You're not going to get every sheep to the fucking promised land. There's going to be some stragglers that they want to drink the Kool-Aid. They want the fucking all the shit. They're going to just listen to the pharmaceutical and governments, and they'll just do whatever they're told because it's the right thing. Okay, Paul. Sorry, you look quiet. You look bored.
It's funny. I was going to say it's funny because Paul. It's funny because Paul is like the most like liberal out of all us three. But he also did not prescribe to the mask thing as much as a common.
Paul also has a brain. That's why
I was thinking about maybe we shouldn't talk about COVID too much because it's kind of over and like overdone. But COVID didn't affect me like at all because I was working on the power lines in a rural town in California. So it's like it was crazy. Like some people, their whole life changed. For me, it didn't even affect me.
Don't you think it's funny when people are like, oh, like they talk about the past, like, oh, during COVID, this is when this happened, and like during COVID, I really found myself because I was sitting at home watching TV shows. During COVID, I really got a lot of time to just sit and think by myself.
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny, but I think there's some truth to that, like not being forced to work, like a full-time job, like having a lot of free time gave people the opportunity to think about what they actually wanted to do. I don't think a lot of people capitalize on it, but some people did.
Okay, I'm going to piggyback on this, and I'm actually going to take us out of COVID because this reminds me of something.
Good.
What you just said, it gave us time to focus on something else, right? So you've seen these extreme alpha male entrepreneurial type of podcasts. They add clips, they add the hype music, and these people are just saying the most whatever shit.
Are you talking about like
Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate, yeah.
Like that's an example, but Andrew Tate actually has money. So I'm talking about more the people that nobody knows about that goes on to podcasts, and then they just add some dramatic music, and they'll say something like, "If you wake up early and you work hard, you're gonna be fine. You just got to clean your room and fuck bitches." And then they'll add hype music, and then all of a sudden they have 5,000 plays. And I'm trying to kind of get to that, but I have a theory that you go so alpha male extreme that you actually become gay.
That's what Anthony would do. He would fuck it, dude, just to show that he's the boss.
I'll fuck you. I'll fuck you for sure.
Wow, I know you will.
Wait, what? All right, wait. When I should have interrupted you, but you said you're trying to get to that, Kyle.
No, it's just something. Like okay, so our podcast, we need clips. Okay, so can just one of you say something inspirational off the top of your head? Please try, and then I'll add some music behind it, and then I'll use it as a clip, and then we'll see what happens. Because I'm telling you, I've seen 15 different podcasts of nobodies, and they have 100,000 plays, and the guy's like, wake up, clean your room, and don't pay attention to women, and you're gonna be just and then it's like 100,000 plays, and people are like, facts. Like people like Berto are like, fire, bro.
I see what you mean. My whole life is thinking about that kind of stuff. I just can't think of anything right now.
I was gonna say, I feel like Paul. Wait, what did you say? Your whole life is
thinking about that kind of stuff, like having that realization, like trying to figure it out. What was the one I was just thinking about just a couple hours ago?
I was gonna say, I know Paul has one like in his back pocket. Like I know he has one ready to go.
I write some down. Like I write life advices down on my phone.
Can we please do this? Can we please just go through? Just give me some type of inspirational quote.
Oh, I got it. So
wait, pause. Take a breath. Take a breath before you do it, and then I'm gonna add music under it. Take your time. Go.
But I don't know if this isn't that exactly what you were thinking, but I noticed that I like to like do things to myself, like cause myself pain. Like I always do things that it's like it's not okay for my future self. So
Can you give an example?
if you no, not really.
No, oh God, Anthony, let him cook. Let him cook.
Just doing something, doing something that will cause my future self pain. Like I'm not good at buying a pack of Zins. I know I'm going to be addicted. I know I'm going to be, so I'm like causing my future self pain. And I'm like, when am I going to stop causing my future self pain? So I realized when I was in the ice bath today, that's painful. Everybody hates that. So you can if you love causing yourself pain so much, you can cause yourself pain in those types of ways. Like just run 6 miles. It's like it sucks and nobody likes it, but you can cause yourself that type of pain. And then that kind of releases, it's like cathartic. It releases that out and it ends up being a good thing in the end. Or an ice bath. It's like if you need to cause yourself pain so bad, instead of getting addicted to Zins or smoking cigarettes or doing drugs, go into an ice bath that's 40 degrees for 10 minutes. You'll hate yourself. It'll get that self-hate out of you. And then it's actually good for you anyway.
Okay,
so it kind of kills two birds with one stone.
That's good.
How was that?
Yeah.
So you're saying so
because it sucks while you're in it.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Hurt yourself, but with good things.
And you kind of like get that self-hate out of you. I don't know if Rogan mentions that, but like,
what's another example besides doing an ice bath?
Just those things. Just hike. It's just like working out, like hiking, or maybe doing something. Calling someone that you don't want to call. It's like fuck you. I don't want to do that. I want to do it anyway because fuck you. And then you release that self-harm, and you do something good.
Anthony, you think you could give us one maybe? Because I'm gonna take the more that I research podcasts and things, it's all made up of bullshit. It's all like the last thing the world needs is another podcast. So, but they could use some more clips. So you got anything inspirational you want to talk about? and let him cook, Paul. Let him say it and because I'm gonna make
this is too much. This is too much pressure. I don't.
Just
have
say anything. Like it might come out good. Just try. Just try. You can do it.
I don't have anything.
But Anthony, you never know what's going to happen. I just need you to try.
No. I know.
Anthony.
I know. Listen, I know what you're saying.
I know.
What?
Fail. I need you to fail. Be okay with failing.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Be okay with failing.
Everything that you want is hiding in the work that you're avoiding.
Oh, that's good. That's a good 5-second clip. All right.
That's a good one. I don't even know where to start.
I have an idea. You give advice to your 14-year-old self.
He's gonna cry.
No, this is therapy.
Give advice to me.
You know what we don't ever do? We never get vulnerable on our podcast.
Button that shirt up.
We never get vulnerable on the podcast. And
Get
that's
advice for me on how to not be so sensitive.
Oh,
because I can bust your balls for hours and it just runs off your back. And I can't do that. So tell me how to do that.
Okay, but then let him go.
Okay.
And I'm going to add the music behind it. So we'll get a clip out of this.
Okay. So the way to not be so sensitive and to be bothered by words is it basically lies in self-confidence and in self-truth. Okay. So Kyle, don't fucking smile. You just fucking ruined it.
I'm going to add the music behind it. Okay. So it's going to be great.
Okay. All right. It lies in confidence and in self-truth. And for example, if someone like your friend is fucking with you, if you know your truth, if you know that person is your friend and cares about you, that whatever he's fucking with you about or whatever he's saying to you, that it's not I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. I can just edit it out. Keep going.
If he loves you, then it's not. Yeah, you can clip it out.
Yeah.
He's going to clip out anything you.
Yeah. That your friend, that person, if you know the truth, that person loves you and cares about you, then whatever he's saying that makes you upset or triggers you or whatever phrase you want to use is not something to take personally. That you know like the words don't have as much value as the feelings that person has towards you.
That was good.
I wish you would have told me this before. I could have like prepared something.
Yeah, right.
I would have had something like ready to go.
No, it's great. I also wanted to ask just because I thought it would be a good challenge to do it off the top of your head. You know, it's like because you know, that's all.
Yeah, that's true.
I saw. Listen. I saw a podcast with a guy that said he was basically a billionaire because he made $500,000 a year. Okay. He was about 990. What is it? 900. This is now embarrassing because now I can't fucking do the math. $999,500,000 off. I'm basically a billionaire. So what I'm saying, and then this was one of those podcasts about entrepreneurs, and like, you know, at some point, we're gonna have to start hyping up the people that actually work for other people, because not everybody can just be an entrepreneur. And by the way, entrepreneurial shit, we talked about this. It sucks. Your job never ends.
Yeah, people don't realize how miserable it is. Like 99% of the time.
We need to gas people up who are working for other people. Fuck yeah. Jobs. Yeah, job security.
I love people
I can't do that entrepreneurial stuff.
I love people who like go into work at 8 and they know that they're leaving at 5.
Bro.
And they're like, my phone's off. I don't have to answer my phone. No emails. I go in at 8 and I'm done at 5. Cool. I get an hour lunch or a 30-minute lunch in between to relax and put my feet up. I love that. That sounds fucking great.
70% of businesses failed in the first 2 years. That's an actual number. I checked that on Google before I did this thing. But
good.
But it's true. You know, this idea of I'm a boss, like I'm a CEO, I'm an owner, bro. That shit is overrated, dude. And trust me, because I do my own shit. Okay, and all your failures are on you. All your successes are on you. See what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get a quote out of this so I can add the music. But you get what I'm saying.
Even the successes, it's like solo. Like it's just you. So it's almost like when you close a deal or you get something, it's just like, oh, cool. Like I did what I was supposed to do. That's it.
Yeah. And
then you move on.
But see, now Paul has it figured out. And it's funny because Paul, who is the most floaty brained out of all of us, is actually the one that has he does things for society that is actually useful. You and I, we're really, to be honest, we're not that useful. I take photos, you do real estate. Like
I'm useful in my interactions with people. I make people like
things have to be going good in order for us to thrive. Yeah. Paul is literally keeping the country together like it's electricity, and he got burnt because of it.
Though. I mean, it's not like I'm a fireman.
No, don't be modest. Don't be modest. It's a big deal.
You just got out of the hospital, Paul. I'll share a photo of it. You just got out of the hospital because you got burnt to death. You almost died. Yeah, you almost died.
You could have died.
Yeah, it's all healed up pretty much.
There's no risk to Kyle and I dying in real estate.
Yeah, I could have had my whole fucking face burnt off if it was worse.
Yeah.
But then I have a cap on how much I can make. Like you guys don't have a cap. Like you can keep going.
Anthony really doesn't have a cap, but he wants to be a slumlord. I have a cap because scaling a photography business it's actually harder than I thought it was going to be, because I cannot build a team without hiring other photographers and basically hiring myself. So yes, in the entrepreneurial freelance world, there's technically not a cap, but I don't know how to scale my business. But Paul, that's okay. You make great money. You got benefits. Anthony,
the cap thing, I think is like a marketing ploy to convince people to be an entrepreneur. There's no cap to what you can make. The possibilities are endless. It's like, yeah, but like realistically, like what are you going to be making? Like realistically, you can make as much money as you put in, but really, how much are you going to make? You know, like there's only so much in certain fields that you can do. Like,
I have an idea of what we can do. I know what we can do. And we've got about 5 minutes left on this podcast, but We need to go to India and we need to open the first hygienic street food vendor.
Hygienic.
Bro,
I don't think it would do too well.
I can't believe how obsessed you are with the people in India cooking with their feet and hands.
Oh, is that you sending all those reels?
Kyle. Yeah, Kyle's obsessed with
I thought
it.
it was Humberto.
wait, you guys are getting
it's Kyle.
you guys are getting them? I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
I'm just sending them for my own vault. I didn't mean to send. I just sent them to the KAP show.
Wait, what?
You know, you're
sent
sending them to
what?
us.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Like, you sent a guy cooking. He like used his foot to pick up like pita, and then he stuck it in his armpit to smush it.
And he threw
Wait,
it in
why-
the fryer. Yeah.
Wait, it cooks off. Why are you sending videos to your own vault?
He said it cooked off. He said it cooked off.
Dude, you're not getting sick. Like I
Paul,
said, remember when we used to argue?
You're that one in the comments. You're the one in the comments trying to defend this.
Like it adds the seasoning. It's a seasoning. It's good. It cooks off.
Things seem gross, but they're not actually dangerous. Like when I ate the cookie off the floor in downtown LA, it seems gross.
I cannot
'cause
believe that
eating
you're
a
still
cookie that
defending
has
this.
dirt on it, but it's not actually dangerous. You just think
Well,
it's
you're
dangerous.
adding
I'm not going
two
to get
words.
it's not going to get cancer from this cookie.
But you're adding two words: disgusting or dangerous.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
Okay,
Because-
that's
but
it. That's it.
You're getting
That's
it
it.
confused.
No, but that's it,
Paul,
It's disgusting.
No,
you
so
don't.
you
That's
can
it.
still eat it, and it's in your
but
fine.
it's just. But you just said disgusting.
Uh-huh.
It's disgusting, but you can eat it. No, it's disgusting, so we don't want to eat it. That's
You're
it.
getting it confused with dangerous.
No,
It's not dangerous.
you are. You said disgusting, and then you added the dangerous. There's no need for more words after disgusting. So if you say something, this thing is disgusting, that's period. Okay, no thank you, I'm not interested.
You can
but
still eat it,
for some
though.
reason, will go, this is disgusting, but it's not dangerous. I'll eat it. See the difference there? Like, what? The disgusting is the end of the sentence for Kyle and I. For you, for some reason, you add a
What is
comma and you go,
disgusting?
but there's no cancer involved, so I'll try it.
But do you think deer, like bears, do you think they think something's disgusting?
They don't have a choice. There's no in and out for the bear.
They have a
the bear
choice.
can't go.
They can choose what
No,
they eat.
No, they can't. There's only so much. They don't have so many options. There's no restaurant that they can go and make a reservation for.
Something's either not dangerous or dangerous for the bear.
Correct.
But now you're getting all complicated. You're saying something's disgusting, something's not disgusting, something's funny, something's not valuable. Like you're adding all these adjectives.
I'm sorry I have more options than a wild bear. but when the sentence starts with "it's disgusting," that's it. I'm out. You lost me.
Well, maybe it's not disgusting. You're just wrong about that.
That could be that can be a point of discussion. Do you think that video that Paul or Kyle said?
Let me give you an
with
example.
the guy using his foot,
No,
and then he sticks it in his armpit.
There's one worse.
and then squishes it to make it flat like this, and then he throws it in the fryer. That is that disgusting?
What about the woman that
Yeah, that's gross. I would never eat that.
the woman that swished the food in her mouth and she spit it back
Kyle,
into
I
the
can't
pot?
hear you.
You can't hear me.
Kyle,
Can't hear you, Kyle.
You're muted. What an
You're
idiot.
muted. We can't
I'm
hear
not
you.
muted.
What an asshole.
What the fuck? How does that happen?
I'm not muted. Can you hear me?
Fucking scumbag. No, we can't hear you, buddy.
What a disaster.
Keep moving those lips.
Should we just keep? No, but his
so
audio
is
is
that-
still going.
How's this?
So is that disgusting?
How's this?
That video?
Yeah.
In the armpit, and he goes like
Yeah.
this with his
But
sweat
no one's getting
and his
sick,
hair.
though.
How is
But
this?
no one's getting sick.
Can you hear me?
Okay,
So if
I
you're
know,
used
but
to it, then you're going to do it. You too.
Can you hear me? For the love of God, can
Just
you
like
hear
if
me?
you were in
Still
the
can't
Holocaust
hear
in
you,
the
buddy.
40s, you would have been a Nazi too.
What the fuck is
one more
going
time.
on?
Who would you call me a Nazi?
I said
Huh?
you would have been if you were in a
Check.
German in the 40s. You would have been.
No.
Can you hear me?
We had that conversation in the past.
Can you hear me?
I
Oh, you would
honestly
have stood
think
up for yourself.
I would have. Yeah.
Can you hear
I would have-
me?
Not for myself, but I would have not.
You would have been the fucking leader.
Probably.
Can you
Let's
hear me?
go.
Can you
I
hear
probably
me?
would have recruited more people than they needed. They're like, hey, buddy, we don't need these many guys. Stop bringing us people. We don't need this many Nazis.
Hey, can you hear me?
Kyle, we can't hear you still.
Hi, my name's Mike, and if you're sitting there watching this tape smoking your cigarette, well, hit the fast forward button, because I don't smoke and I don't like people who do smoke.